Afternoon. Just as I stated earlier that I was going to be coming here and I was going to be doing some biblical teaching on the hater's worst nightmare. And a hater's worst nightmare is humility. And that's the act of being humble. And that is a hard task for some, is learning how to be humble. And I'm sure that it's something that we all struggle with. But you see this light on my screen, that's my tablet I have in my hand that I'm going to be looking off of. But dealing with humility, like I said, is the act of being humble, and that's something that we all need to be. And I tell people all the time that either you can humble yourself or God can humble you. And one thing about it, if God decides to humble you, He's going to hit you exactly where it hurt, no questions asked. So either you can humble yourself before Him, or He can humble you. He can bring you down. But I'm going to be coming from Philippians 2 and 3. Now, the hater I'm talking about is the devil. The devil is one of the biggest haters it is. And if anybody that you know, or it might even be you, if you're working for him, that makes you a hater too. So, and I ain't teaching like the rest of these cats on here online, teaching, doing a bunch of hooping and hollering. I'm giving you straight Bible. Some of this stuff is going to be Hebrew, Greek translated, broken down. You can take it, do whatever you want to do with it. But if it helped me, I know it'll help you. So you do what you want. This is Philippians 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Let nothing be done through kata. This is a Hebrew Greek translation word. Kata. This is the action. Said, let nothing be done through strife, anger, or vainglory. That's self-conceit or empty glorifying. And we all know that we have people in this world that love to do nothing more than show off. They love to do nothing more than glorify themselves. Now, our job is to edify the kingdom. That's our job, to edify the kingdom. That's to add souls. I say souls is the goal. But you got some people that just like to show off. And I see a lot of that going on. Not here for that. Not going to entertain it. No way, no how. Let nothing be done through strife and anger. And you know how sometimes people can make you mad to the point where whatever it is that they asking you might be outlandish. And just because they didn't bugged you and made you so upset, like, you go forth and do it anyway. Not the move to make. Through strife or anger, vainglory, like I said, self-conceit. You have so many people nowadays that are so conceited and they just filled up with self and just puffed up and just out of control. Strife, anger, vainglory, self-conceit, self-glorifying, but in lowliness of mind. This is modesty. Modesty. Whatever you're doing, you need to have lowliness of mind. Modesty. Like, don't do it just because somebody told you to do it. Do it from the bottom of your heart. You know what I'm saying? If God didn't laid it on your heart and your mind to do something, you need to do it. Do it with lowliness of heart, modesty, in mind. And another Hebrew Greek word, frame, F-R-A-N-E, not frame, but frame. The word frame implies sympathy and sensitive nature. Everybody nowadays wants to be a hard body. Everybody's tough. People can't humble themselves to help the next person or do anything for them. A lot of people are running around nowadays, they got too much pride. And we all know, maybe you don't know, but if you didn't know, I'm going to tell you anyway. But pride is a killer. Pride will get you killed. Pride is what causes men, and when I say men, I'm talking about men and women, to get into arguments. And pride is what get people killed. So modesty, frame, sympathy, sensitive nature, lowliness of mind. Have a sensitive nature about yourself. Just because you're sensitive don't make you soft. It's okay to have a heart. God wants us to have a heart for the next man. He wants us to love people. He wants us to love our neighbor. Yeah, you got people out there that you got to watch out for, people that you got to, keep your eye on. Yeah, it's some slick people out there. But see, you got to know the difference, though. That be the problem. A lot of people, y'all be running around blind and you don't know the difference. You got to learn the difference in people and how they moving nowadays. Modesty, frame implication of sympathy, sensitive nature. Now listen to this. Let each esteem others. The word esteem, others. Consider. Let us take in consideration our brother. Let us take in consideration of our brother. The people around us. The ones that may be less fortunate than us. Let us take in consideration them. Let's just take in consideration of others. And esteem others. Consider others better. Consider others better. Consider others better. Better. That's over, above, and beyond and across. God ain't leaving no wiggle room here. Over, above, and beyond and across. The wiggle room. No wiggle room. None. Consider others better than themselves. That's Philippians 2, verse 3. Consider others better. That's above. That word better is over, above, beyond, and across. No wiggle room. Now, just to throw a few bonus scriptures in here. This is Galatians 5 and 26. This is New Living Translation here. It says, let us not become conceited or provoke one another to be jealous of one another. Listen to me. God don't even like a hater. So if he don't like one and don't tolerate one, why should I? Why should you have to tolerate somebody sitting around you that ain't doing nothing but hating on you? They ain't never happy about what you got. They ain't never happy about what you're doing. They not happy about what little emotion you got. Straight hater. Let us not become conceited. Somebody that's full of themselves, conceited. Or provoke one another. Or be jealous of one another. We shouldn't be jealous. That's another form of that's hatred at its finest. Somebody don't never want to see you make it. Jealousy. This is my last verse. Then I'm gonna leave y'all alone. James 3, 14 and 15. But if you are bitterly jealous and there is selfish ambition in your heart, don't cover up the truth with boasting and lying. A lot of times, listen to me, when you can discern people and understand what they bring, understand their spirit, they can't cover it up. They can't hide from you. Me, I can smell a hater a mile away. All I got to do is listen to you talk and watch how you move. That's why I say you got to be able to discern people, understand people, and what they bring to the table. Don't try to cover it up with boasting and lying. You know how it's always that one person that always want to one up you and try to outdo you. It's always that one person. Want to one up you, outdo you. Boasting, lying. Now listen to this last verse. For jealousy and selfishness are not God's kind of wisdom. Such things are earthly, unspiritual, and demonic. Demonic. That's devil work at its finest. Demonic. Listen to what I'm saying. It's demonic, unspiritual. This ain't God's kind. It's not God's wisdom. Hatred is not his wisdom. Love is his. So if it's not that, purebred hatred. Love is what you need to be spreading. Look, y'all stay tuned. I'm going to be bringing more on the hater's worst enemy.